And welcome to 10 Bestest, where we sift through the noise so you don't have to. I'm Karen McFarlane-Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
Today, I'm going to tell you about the first and only cello steampunk band.
And I'm going to share the lists of lists of lists. Let's get to it.
My cool sheet. I haven't talked about a musical artist in a while, and here I go. This is a magnificent one. This is Rasputina. This is one of those bands that stands on their own. Absolutely no one else that I know of anyway is like them. Their backbone is the cello, which was the idea of the founder and the band leader, Melora Krieger. They're based in Brooklyn, New York, and they have a very long history. Melora was a classically trained cellist, but in the late 80s, early 90s, she decided she wanted to start an electric cello-fronted rock band. She got a good number of respondents when she put out this call. I think it was an ad somewhere in the Village Voice or something. But eventually it whittled down and became 3 cellists. And they settled into their vibe that is quirky music. They do haunting covers, and they have this Victorian steampunk fashion and personas. I saw them first live at the Edwardian Ball in San Francisco, which I talked about last week when I was talking about Edward Gorey, which was a cool sheet. Rasputina were the absolute perfect headliners for that show. They didn't even have to change their dress. They often wear corsets and bloomers and petticoats with multi-layers and complex fabrics. Their makeup bridges into goth, so they have this dark Halloween-y kind of feel, which also fits well into the kind of music they play. They are all outstanding musicians with beautiful voices as well. Melora sings most of the songs, but the other musicians in the band over the years have always been enormously talented. And as a testament to their talent, they have played alongside and toured with many big acts and had pretty famous musicians in their band at various points, including the drummer for Nine Inch Nails. Melora herself got to be so well known that she was invited to back Nirvana, and she was on their final tour with them in 1994. They play less now, but they're still continuing to release music. I love them. Rasputina.
Oh, I love that name too, Rasputina. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's the name of one of their songs.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and it has, Rasputin, and then they just did that, and it's just it's the perfect name, perfect vibe.
Well, I've never heard of them, and I cannot wait to check them out because they sound so cool.
Yeah, so the link that I have, I actually have a couple. So one is just, if you want to find out more about them, there's Wikipedia, but also they played TEDx Broadway. And so there's a live snippet there. Now, a lot of people, there's a couple camps. Some people are like, oh, no, don't watch them play live. They're way better recorded. Listen to recorded music. I love watching them play live because then you get the whole vibe. So I say do both.
Yeah. I like it. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
I had a prior cool sheet, and I cannot remember the name of her. I'll pop it up in a little graphic here. But who did the song for Wonder Woman? That anthem for her, and that's like an electric cello, or I can't remember the exact instrument.
Powerful.
But yeah, so good. So it definitely, I knew it could be done, but I only know of her, I think, so I can't wait to check out more of this awesome
anthem. And I would
anthem.
say she's more aggressive than Rasputina.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Rasputina is more haunting, as I said.
Cool.
But they get into it.
Okay.
There's some rock in there. It's
do
great.
a nice little collab would be cool.
Oh yeah. And to give you a feel, so they cover Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here.
Oh, gosh.
So as an example, and a bunch of other stuff too.
I can't wait. Now I really can't wait to check it out.
Yes, but they also have their originals. Melora writes the songs. They have a lot of, and in fact, Melora now has a daughter, Ivy, and they wrote some songs together on their latest release.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I will definitely check it out. Thank you so much for sharing
welcome.
that. All right, I'm going to be talking about a resource, and this one is just crazy. It's called List of Lists of Lists, and this is a list of lists of lists, an article that is a list of articles that is themselves list of articles of lists. In other words, each of these articles linked here are an index of multiple lists on a topic. Some of those linked articles may contain lists of lists as well. Are you confused yet? Good. Me too. But once you check it out, it'll all make sense. So let's take an example of one of these lists. 2.3 on the content little index is lists of philosophy. So within that list of philosophies, they have an index of philosophies, a list of philosophers, list of philosophical concepts, list of philosophical literature, list of philosophical organizations, list of philosophy awards, list of philosophies, list of philosophy anniversaries, list of philosophy schools. Then it goes into philosophy articles, core ideas of philosophy, other fields of philosophy, history of philosophy, major traditions of philosophy, lists of philosophers, and then goes A through C, D through H, I through Q, R to Z, lists of female philosophers, philosophers in areas of study, lists of words I can't say, other lists, more lists, so many lists. It just goes on and on and on forever. There are so many lists and then lists of lists. I love it so much. So I'm going to try to spit through. I have 30 seconds to go through the context. General reference, culture of the arts, literature, mythology, philosophy, the one I talked about, arts and the arts. I don't even know what that means. Characters, fictional elements, performing arts, visual arts, entertainment and recreation, festivals, games, sports, food and drink, mass media, geography and places, natural geography, features, landforms, bodies of water, man-made geographical features, countries and regions, places, settlements, histories and events, mathematical and logic, natural and physical sciences, biology, physical sciences, chemistry. And I'm only like 6 of like, I don't know, 30, 50, something crazy. There's so many, the lists of lists of lists.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a Dr. Seuss thing.
It is, yeah. Would you like this list in a box? I'm just imagining like zoning out to this.
Yes.
Like, oh, like in a good way. Like, I want to look at all of the bodies of water that there are and just like look at the list of all of them.
Yeah, well, and then it'll be a list of bodies of water in the United States and then a list of the other countries.
Right.
So it's lists of lists after all,
Yes,
of other
yes.
lists.
That is wild. So have you
I did cherry pick into some of my favorites, kind of like I do with these podcasts. So I went into right away the lists of villains, and I kind of went like the movie and comic book and TV show and things like that. That's where I really dove in. But yeah, if you like going down the rabbit hole, this Wikipedia, so it's a Wikipedia page, by the way. I don't think I said that, but that's like, yeah, it is a rabbit hole lover's dream for sure, because that's all it is. And I am pretty darn sure I will get tons of cool sheets from this because it's all listed out in a way to navigate so many cool facts. I mean, it would take a lifetime to get through all of this.
Ooh, it sounds like it.
It's just so wonderful.
It's so fun. I want to see what they have with chemistry.
Yeah, I know.
Just to see.
I just really quickly glazed over that, so you'll have to dive in with everybody else on our show notes.
I'll take a gander. So if you want to look up the list of lists, you can go to 10bestest.com/gum, and you'll find that and everything else we talk about.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, friend. I'm Karen McFarland Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
Tell us, who's your favorite eccentric musical group?
And let us know in the comments what's your favorite Wikipedia page that no one knows about.
If you're enjoying the show, please give us a like and share it with a friend.
Stay tuned tomorrow for another great show.
And don't forget to stay curious.